guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back at home. I have another hair elastic on. I always do this in my videos. Oh, okay, I'm back at home again today, so I thought I would film for you guys. In today's video, I wanted to talk all about how to get over an ex. I guess how to deal with the breakup. I did this video a few years ago, but I just kind of feel like that video was based off of a little bit more of emotion than actual tips. I mean, the tips were right, but I don't know. I just feel like since I was just getting out of a breakup when I filmed that video, I don't know, like I personally can't get through it just because like I know how I was feeling in that video, so I don't know, for some reason I personally can't watch it, and I just thought I would do like an updated one since it's been a few years. So ladies and gents, let's dive on it. So the first one I have is one that everyone says is very cliche, but it's extremely true, and I speak from experience from this one, and that is to not check their social media. Don't do it, okay? When I went through an intense breakup, I never checked the person's social media, and still to this day, however long it's been since we've been broken up, I have not checked their social media. I just think it's very, I don't know, it's very important to just like kind of distance yourself, because whether you're gonna be friends with each other in a few months or not, it doesn't really matter. Just for that time of healing and time of, you know, distress or whatever you're going through, I think it's important to kind of put that aside for a little bit, even though you might want to, even though you're like, oh my god, are they with another person? What are they doing? Are they going to that party we talked about going to together? Like, etc., etc. Just put yourself out, don't do it, and I feel like it'll save you a lot from getting hurt and, you know, not being able to heal. It'll just keep like stabbing you in your chest compared to, you know, healing. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really important, and I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I've seen people, for example, like me, who don't check social media after you break up with someone, and then I've seen some of my friends who do, and sometimes they will check and check and check. I just see how it like eats them up, and I just don't think it's worth it. So yeah, if you're broken up with someone, just stop looking at their social media, because chances are it's not going to be related to you anyway, because you're over, so I would just move on from that. Next one is to delete their phone number. This one is something that's kind of difficult, but I deleted my ex's phone numbers. I just don't have them anymore. It's like, why do I want to talk to somebody who I dumped a few years ago, or who dumped me a few years ago? Like, I never will need these numbers, and all they're doing is like taking up gigs on my phone, so I don't have that many exes. That sounds bad, but you know what I mean. I just feel like it saves a lot of, I don't know, like scrolling through your phone and like seeing their name pop up, and you're like, oh my god, like maybe I should text them, maybe I should, this is just like, you don't even see it, so it's fine. Like, yeah, I don't have my ex's phone numbers, except for like the ones I'm friends with, of course. Like I talk to them, but guys I don't talk to anymore. It's like, what's the point of having their number if you don't talk to them, you know? I think the next one is a little bit more of a emotional one, and that is, it's okay to feel emotions. Do I have? No, I don't have lipstick on my teeth. Okay, good. I think it's okay if you cry. I think it's okay if you're happy. Like, I don't think that you're not allowed to feel emotions in a breakup. I think it's okay that you're feeling whatever emotion you're feeling post-relationship, you know, during your breakup, because, you know, you just gotta feel whatever you're feeling to just get it out there and, you know, go back to your normal self. So just cleanse your soul, cry, laugh, do whatever you gotta do, just let it go. In saying that, I think that there should be a time limit on how long you're grieving this relationship. I mean, if you think about it, a breakup is kind of similar to a death in a way. I know it sounds really strange, but like, hear me out. Like, if someone dies in your life, obviously like they're no longer with you, and it's kind of like your relationship dies compared to like the person you're dating. Hopefully they did not die. That sounds really morbid, and I'm not trying to be funny, but like, you know what I mean. I think it's like the relationship dies, so like you kind of go through like a little bit of a grieving process, I would say, between the two of you. So the relationship between the two of you kind of dies, I suppose, so it requires a little bit of a grieving process, but I think you should, you know, maybe say, okay, after 2 weeks, I'm done crying about this guy, or maybe you're like, after tomorrow, I'm done crying about this. Like, I think you should just kind of say, after this time, I'm done. I think it's okay to be sad about things, or, you know, a little bit disappointed about how things went, or frustrated or whatever, but to physically cry all the time, that's a little bit too much. I think it's okay to cry in the beginning, but after a while you need to stop crying and focus on other things. The next one is something that I feel like a lot of guys do, like stereotypical guys, but obviously girls do this as well, and I would say don't rebound. My hair is like crazy right now. I would say don't rebound. Don't try to find, you know, some guy that's always been interested in you but like you don't really care about and start texting them. don't try to do any of that. Just try to, like I said earlier, feel the emotions and you'll be able to move on. It won't be little things popping up in your life, you know, a few weeks later, a few months later, a few years later maybe. Like, it'll just be that you felt it and you're done and it's closed and whatever, you can move on. I think if you try to find, you know, a girl or a guy to just like hook up with or just talk to, I think that's just like putting off your emotions and not really dealing with what you're going through. And also it's not fair to them and it's really not fair to you. Like, you just need to give yourself appropriate amount of time to feel whatever it is you gotta do. I would say that rebounding is just, it's not for me at least. I mean, maybe you could, you know, maybe you'll leave a comment and saying, oh my god, but like rebounding really helps you heal or whatever. But I've seen from past experience with my friends and me, and on, you know, TV shows and movies, because, you know, reputable sources, that that's really like not the best thing to do. This is one that I do when I am going through a breakup with a guy, or like even if I'm going through like a rough patch with a friend. You know, those are really difficult to deal with. And I watch those like try not to laugh videos on YouTube. So if you just like Google it or like search it on YouTube, like try not to laugh, they'll have so many different like vines or YouTube videos or different things like that, and I love those because if you're feeling kind of down and sad, it's just good to kind of like raise you back up and make you feel a little bit more happy and lighthearted and kind of more carefree. So it's like my favorite medicine ever to take while going through a breakup or even like a friendship breakup, you know, if you will. Those are just hysterical and I love to watch those so much. This one's a little bit more of an obvious one, but I would say to put away things that remind you of them, things that he gave you, things that you guys did together, maybe you have pictures in your room, things like that. Just, you know, put those away. I have all of my ex's things from all my different like random relationships like in my closet or in my basement. So that way it's like, it's always there. I thought about throwing away some little things I find when I'm cleaning sometimes, but I just keep them just because like I dated this kid, you know, in junior high. How cute is that? Huh. Actually I don't think of anything from that relationship, but besides the point, you know what I mean, just an example. I think it's good to have those things, you know, if you're ever just like wanting to look back on that relationship, unless if it was really horrible, if like there was cheating involved or deception or lying or anything, maybe I wouldn't keep things then. But if it was just a relationship that kind of fizzled out or something, keep it. Why the heck not? I think it's kind of cute, and yeah, but just don't keep it in your personal space. So for example, if you go into a certain drawer in your dresser every single day, don't put all the things in that drawer, you know, like put them under your bed maybe, or like in a closet or something, kind of a little bit more to the side. But if you want to find them, you know where they are. I just think if it's always kind of up in your face, it's a little bit too much, especially in the beginning. If it's always there and you like know it's there and you can always find it if you want to, I think that's okay. But everyone's different, I guess. I know some people who like burn their ex's things. I've never burned anything before, so except for the burn book. Oh, that was a burn in itself. I know, I'm not funny. The last one I have is to listen to music. I think listening to music is like incredible therapy and medicine and good stuff. That's the third one apparently. I just love it. I recommend maybe listening to some sad things if you want to, or like some of your favorite songs in general, like no matter the genre or like the type of speed that they are. That's always super fun. I just love listening to music in general, obviously, but I think when you're going through something difficult, no matter what it is actually, it just is always there for you. It's really comforting to listen to. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I have to say about how to get over an ex. I'm sure I would have like a million and one tips. If you want me to do like a part 2, I totally could. So I just want to end off this video by saying that if you're watching this because you're going through a breakup or maybe you're falling out with a friend, just know that it's okay to be sad, and it'll be better. It will get better, and don't think that this is the end of the world. It's really not. In fact, it's probably like the beginning of something incredible, because, you know, if you think about it, once again, this is a huge cliche, if you're at this low part in your life, I guess, you can't get any lower than that. So you're only gonna go up, as everyone says, and, you know, obviously your up is gonna be pretty darn great, especially if you had such a low. Like, anything a little bit better than that is gonna seem incredible, you know? So that's why I think a lot of people experience such great things after breakups or after traumatic things, because where else are you gonna go? you're gonna go up. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching this video. Leave your, suggestions about how to get over an ex below, or a breakup, or falling out with a friend, or anything. I've also heard like getting a haircut is really helpful. I skipped my finger. You could do that. You can invest yourself in like a new TV show. Binge on Netflix, binge on my videos on YouTube. I have like over 400. I post every other day at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so come at me. So I love you guys so much, and please be sure to subscribe, put thumbs up, and all that jazz. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.